Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alex over here at My Freedom Smokes, and today we're going to be taking a look at another little lineup of products here, and this one really does hit me close to home because throughout all my vaping I've tried it all. I've tried just the single little pens that look like this. I've gone all the way up to the really big monstrous sub-ohm devices, wrapped my own coils for a while, and for some reason I just keep coming back to these little mouth-to-lung hitters, the little tiny ones, the ones that just fit in your pocket and you're out the door. So today I'm going to be focusing on some of my favorites, mainly because we've been getting a lot more customers asking for it. It feels like maybe the big cloud trend is a little bit over. I mean, of course there's going to be plenty of you out there that are still loving your cloud comps, and trust me, we've got plenty of liquid that's going to help you out with that. But at the same token, I feel that a lot of people are really seeing this as a reason to quit smoking. So they need something that's going to be heading out, you know, and being a bit more portable, maybe something a little bit more incognito, because we're all just trying to be a little bit more healthy here. So first up on the list is one of the newer ones. It's the Aspire Zolas Kit. I really like this one because not only do you get a really powerful battery for your sub-ohmer in your life, but the Nautilus 2 tank that it comes with takes the regular Nautilus coils. That means you can put your regular 1.8 coils in here and still be able to vape your high PG liquid. You just boop, turn it down a little bit, don't vape it quite as hot. And I really think this is just a great little all-in-one unit. Like I said, especially for someone that does like to, you know, cloud chase every so often and, you know, use a sub tank. It's still going to be powerful enough to push those tanks, all the while still giving you a nice compact design and being able to have the freedom of being able to put a 1.8 coil in here and vape your PG liquids. So the Aspire Zolas Kit is probably definitely the #1 I recommend for people that are still looking for a good mouth-to-lung vape. The second one, my #1 favorite actually, even though this is the #1 I recommend, I realize this won't be for everyone, but this is my personal favorite, so I'll put it at #2. It is the Eyecare unit. Both the Eyecare and the Eyecare Mini, I think, are probably one of the coolest vaping devices that have come out in the past few years. It's small enough for you to put it in that little useless pocket on the side of your hip. That way it's not jangling around with your keys, because that's a bad thing, don't do that. And it holds enough liquid to keep me going throughout the day. It's got good enough airflow, and it's an auto hitter. And that works especially good while I'm here at work, because I can just go and keep working, and I just keep it in my mouth. Sure, I may look a little dumb, but you know what? While I'm trying to reply to your emails, I need a little nicotine fix and I'll feel like stopping. So it's lightweight enough to still kind of hold it in your mouth a little bit. You get good juice flavor. And I tell you what, when I first got this, I vaped it till it was dead. I threw it on the charger, didn't touch it. Wanted to see exactly how long it took to recharge. An hour tops, from completely dead to fully charged. And this thing doesn't leave my hand, and I can get about a day's worth of battery out of it. So recharge it at night, take it off in the morning, and at least for me, you're good to go throughout the rest of the day. Again, the Eyecare and the Eyecare Mini from Aleef are definitely my personal favorite picks. Next up is the Endura kits. These are the Endura T22. We also have the T18, which is a little bit smaller and more of a stick form like this. This is a personal favorite of one of my coworkers, Chad. He loves the Endura T22 and T18. He likes the tank. The cool thing about the tank is they've sectioned off the airflow to where it actually mimics the actual resistance you got from pulling on a cigarette. And that's actually really cool because it helps. It's just those little mind tricks like that just kind of help you wean off cigarettes and be able to go toward a choice that you may be a little more happier with. So with this one, I believe they do come in the 1.5 and 1.8 resistance coils. So again, it's a nice, good mouth-to-lung hit. And if anyone's a little curious as to what I'm even meaning by this mouth-to-lung hit, I'll show you a comparison with these two. Because again, even though this is a good mouth-to-lung, I can still demonstrate what the difference. Mouth-to-lung is when you inhale into your mouth like you do a traditional cigarette and then kind of finish it off and then exhale, kind of like. That's really what a mouth-to-lung inhale is. This That's a straight lung hit. I didn't keep any extra in my mouth. It just went all straight into my lungs and whoosh, right back out. Where the mouth to lung hit, again, that's the difference between the two. So moving on, we have one of the newer ones, and I really like this thing. It's from Limitless, and it's basically their version of the Jewel. There's been a bunch of different Jewel clones coming out right now, and I'm gonna show you a couple of them, mainly because they work really well. I do like this one. It's cool because when you take a puff on it, you get a nice little color LED, and you have the ability to change the colors on it by clicking the button on the front. You got a nice blue, looks like a purple, pink, red, like a clearish bluish white, green, a dark green, blue, darker blue, and you can just keep going on and on. You can just sit here, keep doing this if you get a little bored. So again, this is a really nice one, and it does have the on-off feature, which I just showed you by accident. And I think that's really cool because these two do not have an on-off on it. Even though all three of these are auto intake, just like the Eyecare, they did add the one extra step of being able to turn it off completely, just in case. And I think that's pretty cool. Moving on to the other two, we've got the Fix and the Classic Jewel. Now, the only reason I put the Jewel back in here, this one was not a favorite of mine for a while, simply because all the others started coming out and it was a lot better than the Jewel, and you couldn't get the pods for it and everything else. They've updated the pods, they don't leak anymore, so that's a good thing. Now that they don't leak all the time, I'm recommending it again. So the Jewel, everyone knows it, everyone's seen it, everyone wants it. So in case you aren't able to get the Jewel, I definitely do recommend the Fix. They do all work relatively the same way. You've got your little pods that you just insert in. That one's magnetized, like so. This one does click, and so does this one. Though this one is a bit of a tighter, there we go, like so. Honestly, out of the three, it does feel like the one from Limitless does kind of hold it together a bit more. So out of the three, I do recommend the Limitless one. I think that you'll like it overall if you're looking for a kind of nice, flat, mouth-to-lung inhale. And of course, no mouth-to-lung inhale video would be complete without talking about this little boy here. Everyone knows what this is. It's just a regular Evod e-cig, pen, vape, whatever you want to call it. This one specifically is the Kangaroo Top Vod. Actually, I think it is the top. Yeah, it's the Top Tank Evod Kit. This is really cool because it's very similar to the blister packs and everything you've seen before, but the tank is much better. It includes a dual coil replacement head, gives you a little bit more vape, a little bit more flavor. Pairing it with the traditional Evod battery, it really does provide a nice classic but updated take on, I mean, what really kind of started it all is everyone kind of started with one of these, and Kangaroo brought it back around and made it a little better. So out of all these, I really do recommend them, especially if you're looking for a good mouth-to-lung vape, which I know there are a few of you out there, so I hope this video was informative for you. If you have any questions about these products whatsoever, feel free to leave a comment below. And until next time, thank you for vaping.